Today we're still in the book of Ezekiel, Ezekiel chapters 16 and 17. Well, as you have been reminded by me several times, Ezekiel's over with the exiles in Babylonia, but he's prophesying regarding everything that's going on back in Jerusalem. Now, how did he know what was going on in Jerusalem? Well, he was a prophet. God told him. And he prophesies here against Jerusalem. Now, as I mentioned before, Jeremiah was his contemporary, so Jeremiah is telling the folks that are back in Jerusalem the very same thing that Ezekiel's telling the exiles. In chapter 16, Ezekiel paints Jerusalem as a prostitute. It's a really interesting analogy that he makes in that chapter. And then he cites God's case against Jerusalem in verses 15 through 34. And then he, once again, in verses 35 through 43, talks about God's judgment against Jerusalem. He compares Jerusalem to a couple of cities that were wicked, wicked, wicked in Bible history. The first being Sodom and Gomorrah. Jerusalem here is painted as just as wicked as Sodom and Gomorrah were. And also then Samaria, which was the seat of the northern kingdom, they were wicked as well. Then he talks about a prophesied new covenant between God and Jerusalem. Now this new covenant, by the way, was outlined by Jeremiah in Jeremiah chapter 31, verses 31 through 34 as well. And then chapter 17, a long allegory. An interesting allegory. It all centers around the fall of Jerusalem and the deportation of its inhabitants. And that's what's in today's reading, and we'll see you tomorrow.